Stop ruining your pasta sauce. You buy the best quality pasta. You make a very good sauce. But when you put it on the plate, it's a watery, dry disaster. And why? Because you are committing the biggest crime in the Italian kitchen. You don't know how to toss. Tossing pasta is not just to look cool like a professional chef. It is the most important scientific step in Italian pasta cooking. It is how you create a creamy, luxurious sauce out of thin air. It's magical. The only pastas I would recommend doing it is with tortellini or ravioli or those, filled pasta. You don't want to break them. So it's a different technique, but don't worry about those now. Today I'm giving you a masterclass. I'm going to show you exactly what pan you must use, the pans you need to throw away, and step by step the secret wrist technique to toss your pasta like an absolute pro. No more watery sauce. No more broken spaghetti. Let's dive into it. So which pan? Which material? So let's say we have 4 different pans on the table. We have a heavy black cast iron skillet, a shiny stainless steel pan, a dark non-stick pan, and a dull silver aluminum pan. Before we can toss, we need the right weapon, and 90% of home cooks are using the wrong pan to finish the pasta. So let's break it down. Number 1, the non-stick pan. Now listen to me. I will put this away. I've stopped using this a long time ago. Yes, it's very easy to clean, but it is terrible for pasta. And also I believe for cooking, because when you scratch those pans and they do scratch, you're kind of hurting yourself. It's actually not good for you, but that's a different story. If you want the starches and the sauce to grip the bottom of the pan to build flavor, the fond, the non-stick pan prevents this, prevents to add more flavor. Plus, it doesn't get hot enough and fast enough for a good sear. For me, this pan is not good. Now, what about number 2, cast iron? Beautiful for a steak, terrible for tossing pasta. Why? It is too heavy. If you try to toss 500 grams of spaghetti in this cast iron for 2 minutes, your wrist will break. Also, the iron can react with acidic tomato sauces and give your food a metallic taste. Now, sorry. Number 3, stainless steel. Now we're talking. This is fantastic for home cooks. It builds a beautiful fond. It handles acidic tomatoes perfectly, and it lasts forever. The only negative, it can still be a little bit heavy. Not as heavy as cast iron, but a good stainless steel pan, it's heavy. So you need to use 2 hands and work it out. And finally, the secret for every Italian restaurant in the world, professional aluminum pans. Why do Italian chefs love aluminum? Because it conducts heat incredibly fast. When I turn the fire up, the sauce boils instantly. When I turn it off, it stops cooking, so my pasta doesn't overcook. And most importantly, it is light as a feather. You can toast pasta in this for 10 hours if you want, and your wrist is gonna be okay. Now keep in mind, I am not talking about making a slow cooked sauce in aluminum. You wanna use stainless steel or cast iron for a slow cooked bolognese sauce. 4 hours slow cooking in aluminum doesn't sound good. I'm talking about tossing. I'm talking about making spaghetti aglio olio, spaghetti with vongole. I'm talking about making carbonara, cacio e pepe, quick sauce that you do in the pan, right? If you need to make a slow cooked sauce, then it's a different story. You need cast iron, stainless steel, because it cooks in there for a long time. Now, the shape of the pan. Never ever try to toss your pasta or mix your sauce in a high-sided pot. It doesn't work. You have no room to move. You will end up crushing and breaking the pasta with your spoon. Unless you're nonnas and you know what to do, but even nonnas, they don't toast pastas, but you know what they do? They actually use the spoons and the fork to kind of toss the pasta, to move the pasta around, but they do it in a separate bowl, a ceramic bowl they have been using since they were 10 years old. Now you need a pan with wide, curved sloped edges. This curve is the secret to the magic. You see, we don't lift the pasta. We push the pasta into this curved wall, and the wall acts like a ramp, launching the pasta into the air so it folds back over itself. It is pure physics. Number 3, the technique, the Mantecatura masterclass. Okay, we have the aluminum pan, we have the curved edges. Now, how do we toss? We are going to do the Mantecatura, the emulsification. Step number 1, never drain your pasta in the sink. Even though it was used in the old days, stop doing that. Transfer it directly from the boiling water into your saucepan while it is still al dente. Now the movement. Watch my arm, it is not up and down. If you go up and down, the pasta will fly into the ceiling. Push forward, pull back and flick. Push, pull, flick. Start slow. Practice with dry beans or raw rice in a cold pan first so you don't make a mess. But try and do that. Push, pull, flick. Push, pull, flick. Why do we do this? As the pasta jumps through the air, it cools down slightly, stopping the cooking process. At the same time, the movement beats the starch from the pasta water together with the fat, in this case the oil or the butter. It forces them to bind together. Look at this. This is the emulsion. This is the Mantecatura. You cannot get this by just stirring with a spoon. You have to toss it. Now the taste. Look at the bottom of the pan. There is no watery puddle left behind it. Every drop of flavor is hugging the pasta. So important, so crucial. The texture is incredible because we toasted. The sauce is velvety, creamy, and it coats your whole mouth. Do not be intimidated. It takes time to learn. I'm still learning. I can still improve, and I can improve more and more and more. An Asian chef who has been cooking in the kitchen with the wok all his life can still improve, because you never get better of tossing. Never. So get a good stainless steel pan or aluminum pan. Make sure it's got sloped edges. Save your starchy pasta water. Push forward and pull back. Practice, practice, practice. You will drop some pasta on the floor, and that is okay. You can actually try and wear a white shirt and see if the white shirt gets dirty when you toss a pasta with tomato sauce. I believe the first time you try, the white shirt will get dirty from the tomato sauce. But the more you practice, and the less and less and less tomato sauce you will see on your shirt. Dropping pasta on the floor or getting dirty with the tomato sauce, it happens to the best of us. Don't worry about that. But once you master the toss, your home cooking will taste exactly like a 5-star restaurant in Rome. If this masterclass helped you, please help your friends. Share this video with them. Let me know in the comment below what was the best tip I gave you in this video. What really changed the game for you? And let me know what's your favorite pasta to toss. I want to know so much from you guys. So thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you on the next Vincenzo's Plate video recipe. E ora si mangia. Vincenzo's Plate.